guys, welcome to Night Moves, next edition. So today we're gonna focus on the shoulders, the neck and the traps, and a little bit of the feet. So you're gonna want a strap or something that resembles one alongside you for this particular sequence. Maybe just for one or two movements, but still definitely gonna want it. So today we're gonna start in a tabletop position. So you're just gonna set yourself up so you're on all fours. Shoulders right over your wrists, knees directly underneath your hips. We're gonna do a little bit of an active movement first and then settle into a stretch. So I want you to take your right hand and bring it behind your head. And then with an inhale through your nose, turn open toward your right, like you're trying to push your elbow up into the sky. And then with an exhale, go ahead and bring your elbow down and just kind of tap your left wrist, or as far as you can go. Then inhale, lift up, open up your chest. Exhale, bring it down and tap. And one more time, inhale, reach it up, and exhale, release it down. Now this time, take your hand all the way up and open, and then with an exhale, thread the arm underneath of you, place your right shoulder and your right temple down. So right here, slide the right shoulder across that when you settle in, it feels like it's stretching around the backside. Then take your left hand. Reach it up, turn your palm back, bend your elbow, and reach toward your low back, maybe your hip, or if you can grab on your right thigh and go ahead and take it, and just take a couple of breaths here. Slow and easy inhales and exhales through your nose. And release, take your left arm, reach it up, and then bring your palm down. And we're gonna take the right arm and reach it all the way back up and open, and then release your palm to the ground. So now your left hand's gonna come behind your head. So with an inhale, lift up, press the elbow up and back, and then exhale, bring the elbow down toward the right wrist. Inhale, lift up and open. Exhale, come down and tap. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. Then lift up and reach the left arm all the way up as you inhale. And take the arm, slide it through and under you with your exhale. And then make sure it goes far enough that you feel a pretty good stretch around the outside of the shoulder. And then take your right hand, reach it up, turn your palm, bend your elbow, and reach for just your low back, maybe your hip, or maybe you catch your left thigh. Just relax your jaw, close your eyes. Easy inhale and exhale through your nose. And then release your right hand and reach it up. And bring your palm back down. Lift up and take the left arm all the way up and open. And then release your palm down as you exhale. Then just kind of wag your tail and your shoulders right and left a couple times. Just sort of moving through, releasing, feeling it out. And then we're going to come to rest on our shins. So here, we're going to lift up and tuck all 10 toes underneath of you. And then sit back onto your heels. So with this, the baby toe likes to kind of hide sometimes. So just grab it and make sure it's part of that tuck. And once you have the arches of your feet and the bottoms of your toes opening up, sit back onto your heels, relax your hands. Try to maintain a neutral spine, soft shoulders so you're not scrunching up or leaning forward, but really allowing yourself to sit into your heels. We're here for just about 30 seconds. If you notice that your heels are trying to turn open, and try to pull them just a little bit toward each other. Three more breaths. And then slowly bring your hands to the ground, untuck your toes, and then just tap the tops of your feet against the ground to encourage some fresh blood to flow all the way back down and through. And then when you're done with that, go ahead and sit back onto your heels. So for some of us, we won't go very far, and for some of us, we'll go a little bit further, but it's just individualized, right? So no worries if you don't get as low as I do. Bring your hands to the ground, fingertips pointing in front of you, and then just lean back into them. So more than likely what you feel from the start is a stretch across your quadriceps, and that's okay. That's what we want for a couple of breaths. I like to kind of squeeze my glutes a couple of times just to make sure that my tailbone is pointing down and toward my knees, and then settle in. Now maybe you lower down toward your forearms. Maybe not. It's okay if you don't. You can stay on your hands. Once you're on your forearms, your knees, or even if you're still on your hands, your knees are going to start to lift up now, and we're shifting the weight into the tops of the toes. So you're stretching the tops of your feet, you're stretching the front side of your ankles a little bit. Just a few breaths. If it feels good in your neck, you can lift your chin and drop your head back a little bit, and then maybe slowly pull it back just once or twice, just feeling where your neck's at right here. And bring it to neutral. Press your knees down and forward, and then slowly come back to your hands if you lower down, and then come forward and take traditional child's pose. Just round your forehead to the mat, and your arms are reaching behind you. Couple of breaths. You can kind of wiggle your toes in your traditional child's pose just to release them, relax them. And lift yourself up to a seat. We're going to come back to the shoulders here. So I'm going to turn around so you can see the back side of me here. Taking your strap in your right hand or your towel, whatever you're using. Lift it up so it's behind you and bend your elbow. So you can see how my hand is right around the back of my neck or reaching toward my shoulder blades. It's okay if you don't get as far, right? Once you have that strap hanging there, take your left hand, bring it back so your knuckles are against your body, and grab onto your towel or your strap. Once you have a grip with both hands, walk them toward each other. But if you feel your chin dropping toward your chest, very actively lift it up so it's neutral. You might even kind of need to push the back of your head into your right forearm. Chest is up, neck is long, easy breaths. Two more slow cycles. And then really gently release your left hand, release your right hand, relax your arms, roll your shoulders out a couple of times, draw a circle or two with your head. And then we'll take the other side. Take the strap into your left hand. Lift it up and bend your elbow so your hand is down toward your shoulder blades. Right hand comes back, knuckles against your body as you grab on, and walk the hands toward one another. Our sides are very different, so it's okay if it feels a lot different. You don't get as far or you get further on the side. Chin up to neutral, back of the head into the left forearm, chest is up, spine is neutral, easy breaths. And then just slowly release your right hand, release your left arm, roll your shoulders out, draw a few circles with your head. And then from here, you're just gonna lift your hips up, bring your feet to the ground, and find a standing forward fold. So wiggle your toes around if you need to, spread them out nice and wide, and get your feet just about hips width. Bend your knees so your belly's kind of hanging on your thighs, and then interlace your fingers behind your low back, or take your strap between your hands. And here we're gonna tuck the chin
and then stretch the knuckles over. So it's two different things if your hands open up or if your palms press together. So maybe play with both options and see which suits you best. Relax your head, chin draws in, back of the neck is long as you open up the front of the shoulders. 2 more breaths. And then relax your hands, shake it out, shake out your head. Step your feet all the way together to touch. Lift your heels up, drop your hips down, and then round your chin in toward your chest. So with your hands, push into the ground, whether it's your palms or your fingertips. Feel the shoulder blades spread apart from each other, and imagine the back of your heart moving up and between the shoulders. And drop your heels and have a seat. So here we're just gonna sit cross-legged, right? Right shin in front of the left to start. Then you're gonna take your right hand and place it about a foot away from you. Shrug your right shoulder up and then rest the right side of your head on your shoulder. So you're completely supported on that right side. Then you're gonna take your left arm and reach it straight out to the left. So you can see I'm very actively reaching in that direction. Once you have that active reach, take your fingertips and track them down toward the earth until you feel a good stretch in the left side of your neck. And then just stay there and breathe. Take your hand and just kind of move it back behind you a little bit. See how that changes things? Take your palm and turn it so your thumb is down, pinky's up. Keep your hand like it is and now move it forward in front of your body, but still actively reaching down. And then turn your palm back so your thumb is up. Relax your hand to your knee. Then bring your left hand up to your head. Use your hand to take on the weight of your head. Start to press your right shoulder down and lift your head back up on top of your body. You can relax your hand and then just let your chin fall toward your chest for a moment. And lift your head. So we're gonna switch the shins, left over right. Bring your left hand out, lift your shoulder up and place your left temple or cheek on your shoulder. And once you're supported, take the right hand and actively reach it to the right. And then once you have that active stretch, start to track your fingertips down. Just to your spot of sensation and then pause. Keep your jaw relaxed, take your hand and start to press it back behind you a little bit. Turn your palm so that it's behind you now, thumb points down. Keep tracking the fingertips actively away and down. And then take your hand and move it forward. Turn your palm back so your thumb is up. Relax your hand to your knee first. Then take your right hand to your head. Take on the weight of your head with your hand as you slowly start to lift it up, bringing the left shoulder down. Head back up on top of your body, relax your hand, and then slowly let your chin fall in toward your chest again. And if it feels okay, you can take your hands behind your head, right around the base of your skull, and then slowly draw your elbows down and toward each other.
And gently lift your head, relax your arms, shake out your shoulders, draw circles with your head, just kind of checking in with all that space you just created. And then you are good to go. Shoulders should feel a little bit looser, a little bit more space in the traps. Feet might not feel better necessarily, but definitely get a little bit of stretching in the bottom and the tops every day, especially if you do any, 100-meter sprints or something along those lines, and then you are good to go. Nice job, guys. Keep it up.